Greg Finn here, Kimmel River Guide Service on Lake Sam Rayburn. Been fishing all afternoon, hadn't done any good. Decided to get out here in about 12, 13 feet of water. Water temperature today is still 55 degrees. That's the warmest I've seen. And I've got a bunch of Kentuckys here going, but they're fun. And I'm fishing with the Zoom Magnum green pumpkin lizard with the tail spike chartreuse. And I've gotten 6 bites on 6 casts. Let's see if we do it again. They're biting real light, just barely feel it. So I'm almost dead sticking it, but not quite. I just go let it throw out there, let it settle down, and bring it in real slow. We'll see if we can't get another bite. There he is right there. Got the phone ringing, taking off fish. These are small bass, but they're fun. This is the smallest one I've caught right here. But that's 6 hits on 6 casts. And so it's just kind of hard to leave them when they're like that, right? I know y'all know how to do this. I'm just Texas rigging, throwing I think that's a 4/0 hook. And I'm taking a green pumpkin Zoom Magnum. I never fish with anything less than a Magnum lizard. 1/4 of an inch, come out. I know most of y'all know what I'm doing here, but some of you guys that are just starting to fish for the first time, always wherever that bend is on that lizard, that's where you want to stab him at. So pinch it up, stab it, come all the way through, like that right there where it hangs straight. And I like to kind of wiggle that back and forth to make that loose so I get a good hook set, and then just crunch it up a little bit and skin that hook. What you want is that lizard straight up and down. And I've just got a Texas rig. Then the other thing I do is I take this spike it garlic chartreuse and kind of away from the boat, and I like to pop that tail just a little bit. That's a killer. Last year I caught an 11-2. I'll show you a picture of it here in just a little bit. I'm in my little Ranger RT 188 today. Of course, you know I crappie fish normally out of the pontoon, but I decided to do a little bass fishing today, and I've got the XI5, and here's another fish right here, folks. There he is. That's 7 out of 7 right there. And they're just little Kentuckys. That may be, but they're fun. They like that lizard, don't they? Don't get me wrong, I like to catch 4 to 6 pound bass too, but it's been a tough day with this cool weather, and this next week we've got We got 4 nights in the 20s, so it's really going to be tough. 7 for 7. Let's see if I can do 8 for 8. What I like about this XI5, I was telling you about this motor guide XI5, and I got an Ulterior Minn coat on the pontoon because it self-deploys. Either way, that spot lock is awesome. I mean, it just holds you in place. I don't need power poles out here. In fact, I'm in 12.5 foot of water. Power pole probably wouldn't do me no good. I could show y'all bigger fish today, but hey, it is what it is. These are just little old Kentucky spots, one after another. I'm gonna break away here in just a minute, and I'm gonna show you a trick that I use when I'm fishing a Senko down here on Sam Rayburn. I like to fish those 214 Senkos. It's kind of a worm that's kind of green, but it's got some blue and gold in it too. And I put this spiket on it also, but I do it a little different. Here in a minute I'll break away and I'll show you how to do that. So I started out with lizards, and then it kind of slowed up, so I went to the Senko, and this is what we call the 214 Senko. It's actually smoke, black, blue, and chartreuse. Let me get one of these out of here. This is one of the top Senkos, I believe, on Rayburn to catch fish. If you folks can see that, that's a pretty dude. But I'm gonna give you a little tip what I do. I've been doing this now for several years, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my hook first, and I'm gonna show you what I do. Hopefully you can see this at home. Like I say, I just got a little 3/0 hook, and we're going to come around like that, and I like to kind of wiggle it in there so that it'll drive through there just a little bit and skin hook it. And I don't always, sometimes I throw a Senko without a weight, but you can see I got that weight on there right now. But now that's not all I do. I want y'all to watch this. I went to a automobile dealership, and I got these plastic where they advertise Chrysler, Dodge, or Ford or Chevrolet or whatever. This is what they put on their cars, and I said, I need 2 of those, and they gave them to me. I stapled them down to the end, and then right here I cut, if you can see that, I cut a slit. See my fingers in there? I cut a slit in there, and I'll put this worm right here, and usually I even put the hook through the slit, and I put that worm in there. Now this takes a little time, but when you're catching fish like I just did, it's well worth it. So a little bit cold this morning, my hands aren't working right, so y'all bear with me. Okay, almost got it. Now you see that right there? I've got that Senko, and I push it down right there, just like that right there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this chartreuse garlic, spike it, and I'm gonna put me a stripe down the side of that dude, just like this. Now when I take it out, you can see I still got the Senko, but if you turn it over, I got a stripe down that Senko. And if you look in the water at what way it looks like, you see how it just gives it a little bit of pop. And plus I'm putting that garlic scent on there. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's see if we can't catch. Well, we're gonna wind it up and head on to the house, and but I want to tell you something about today. Today started out real slow. It was a tough day, and I was fishing over there probably about 600-700 yards over there, and I decided that they weren't that shallow over there, so I started moving out this way, and I kept moving. And all of a sudden I knew there was a little drain out there, and I got in that drain and I got one hit, and that was it. So then I came up on this side of the drain and I kept moving up, and then all of a sudden we started getting hits. Now I think we caught 2 blacks out of that bunch, but the majority of them were Kentuckies, spotted bass. But we had fun. The moral of the story is, you know, when you struggle, just gear down, and keep moving along. Don't give up. Keep fishing, good things will happen. So I hope you enjoyed today's program. We'll try to make it a better program next time, but until then, keep them lines wet, take them kids out, and let them have a good time. This is Greg Finn, Camel River Guide Service. We'll see you next time.